Happy Flosstube Friday, friends. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 71. Woohoo! Happy last day of June to you, friends. Tomorrow is July 1st. The summer is going by like this. Oh my goodness, it is crazy. So if you're new to my channel, thanks for checking me out. I've got cross stitch and knitting today. Sometimes I have some quilting thrown in. I just have a lot of fun here on the channel doing cross stitch and knitting and fiber arts and hooking and all the things. Lots of fun. But today, that's what I've got for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for coming back. Mwah, I love you. All right, so friends, today what I've got for you, like I said, is a table full of goodness. I am going to share with you what I've been stitching on the last week. Thankfully, I'm back on a week that, C word is not taking me down. I might have to have a little cough break here or there, but otherwise I am good to go. So I've got 3 whips to show you of what I stitched on this week. And then we're going to dive right into July plans. And so if you're new here, sometimes I do different things for July. This year, I am definitely doing Christmas in July because I've got goals and I need to get some done. And this is how I'm going to do it. So let's dive in. We're going to start first with my whip that is the cross stitch camp. Sherry from Colorado Cross Stitcher has a beautiful summer sew along stitch along series that she does. She's got different prompts for June, July, and August. I started June 1st with a bang, but I picked a big girl, so she's not going to be done by today. Let's just be real. But here she is in my April keeper. And it is part of my 4 little girls from Mill and the Floss. And you've seen her before if you've been around, but I just want to show you the update of what I've tried my darndest. I really wanted to finish by June, and I've been seeing so many friends posting that they finished their June prompts. Yay, congratulations. Y'all are awesome. I love seeing it. Following the hashtag, there's a couple different hashtags. Sherry Camp Cross Stitch. I'll put it right here if I can figure it out. But here is where I am. I know I did not iron, so, don't get me, but I'm not going to finish it today. I mean, unless I just took the day off and maybe stitched all day, but that is not what is going to happen today. Today is Friday and I'm kind of busy. But I did, get some stitches in on her this week with the attempt. So I got all those pink buds. If you remember from last week, I think I only had a couple pink buds. So I got almost all the pink buds in. You can see I have the bottom row still left to do. Working on some flower pots, added the butterfly. That's totally new this week. Finished this 3rd bird. June was bird. So of course I love this funky little rooster chicken thing. But there's lots of little mini motifs that I haven't even started yet. So like I said, this beauty is not going to be finished. I'm not going to be a finisher for June camp, but that's okay. I think it's super sweet and I love this. If you are new here, I am an Aida stitcher, although one of my whips is non-Aida. We talked about it last week. If you know, you know. But this is being stitched on a 16 count, 16 count LFA, Legacy Fiber Arts, my favorite, Sue. She's a hand dyer from Connecticut/Vermont. I don't know which state she's in right now. I know she's in the middle of moving. LFA linens, but it's 16 count Aida in her color Nor'easter. I love it. It's just a neutrally hand-dyed gray that I thought my bright colors that I did a full Forbidden Fiber Arts color conversion. I love using gray as a neutral. I mean, I love sampler brown, don't get me wrong, but I feel like gray lets some of those brighter colors, which, if you know, I'm kind of bright, lets the brightness kind of shine. Whereas the brown, which I think one of my whips is on a brown too. I love them both, but I think that like pink and gray, cat's pajamas. Am I right? All right. So let me pull my next one. And my next one is in one of my fun vintage stitching project keepers. This is one of the ones I love this one. Look at the little birds and the, orange, of course. This orange bird cage, adorable. I love vintage stitching. So this is one of my favorite ones. But what is this? Okay, so this is a kind of a boring project tracker card because everything I'm using called for, which is not normal here. If you're new to the channel, I like to do a lot of color conversions. I call them Tiger Lily twists, but this does not have a twist. I am using all the called for. So this is Miss Lucy Calcutt, 1826, just stitching along. I'm stitching this on 18 count covered bridge from LFA. So this is 1/1. She's one of my big girls, 281 by 380. big girl. I started this on July 1st. Now this is a stitch along with my sweet friend Sarah. She has a YouTube channel. It's now, welcome, yay. I talked about her last week. It's handmade by Sarah W. I will link her down below, but oh, hold on, let me close the chart so I'm not showing you chart stuff. This is the chart. So we started this last July 1st for Sarah's birthday, and I won't spoil Sarah's video, but you might want to check it out if you want to see like the whole thing. I am nowhere near finishing this, but I was inspired by my sweet friend Sarah when she showed me something. I was like, okay, gotta pull her out. So I do keep all my, like I said, I'm using all the called for DMCs, which I abominated only because it keeps me organized and it looks pretty. I kind of love the pretty things. So I put this in, this is my Floss Keeper, which is an original pattern by me. But I just love, and then of course I have to put them in rainbow order. Sarah makes us these cute little charts, these little grids, so we don't have to reference the back of the chart. Super awesome. So I pulled this one out, I think for 2 nights of stitching. Like I said, it's nowhere near gonna be finished, but you know, slow and steady. So this is just the update on my Miss Lucy. She is coming along. I worked this go around on a little bit of house, defining some of those windows. Yay. Did some grass work, did some bottom border work, but otherwise it's just coming along. Like I said, this is 18 count LFA covered bridge, which is a gorgeous, like we talked about, brownie beigey sampler neutral. Beautiful, gorgeous. The colors are definitely popping. One thing that Sarah and I have talked about, and I haven't got, she made this change and I fully support it, and I will probably be doing like she said, like she did. If you look at this from afar, and that's why I'm holding it from afar. See right here? No, you kind of can't see it, right? So then you come closer to it and it is a white Ernie baskety thing. But because this is such a light, which is gorgeous, it lets the colors pop. I don't know what she used for the call for it. Lakeside Linen Exemplar. It's such a light color. The white baskets just like, are they there? I don't know. You have to get real close to see it. Now, of course, I stitched the white one. There are some white. Let's just look, shall we? Because it's fun to see the stitching. See down there, there is some white and you can see it. See this little white flower? You can see the white, but it's not so easy. I definitely, if I'm going to take the time to, I don't know, stitch 7 million stitches for an urn basket, why don't I make it a different color? I got no problem doing it, and I'm gonna. I think that Sarah chose one of the dusty rosy pinks for the basket, which I think is gorgeous. So when I get up to it, I am going to definitely change those baskets, but I don't know, I'm nowhere near there yet. You know, I gotta go up, 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 up. So I got a while to get there, but that's okay. I gave her some love this week. I am not going to finish her. We will be starting a new one for Sarah's birthday. I'm not going to tell you about it yet today because we'll see if we put something else together and that'll be more fun. But if not, I'll definitely tell you next week what we started for Sarah's 2023 birthday because we're starting a new big girl. I love the idea of finishing a big girl, but I'm not going to finish that, and that's okay. I'll just start a new one. I have no problem doing that. Okay, so then my last whip from last week is in my cute little Tula Pink mini keeper from StitchCon. And this, if you remember, this is my non-Aida project. Now, I am, like I said, a lover of Aida. Glasses, I need them. I can't see. I feel like I need to go to the eye doctor again. We were just talking about this last night, sitting outside, and something was over there, and my daughter Lita was like, you can't read that? And I was like, no, I can't read that. What are you talking about? She's like, that is bold-faced type. I can read that. And I was like, oh, crap. I guess I got to go to the eye doctor. It's been a couple of years. I think it was pre-COVID. Anyway, anywhoozy whatsies. Aida, love it because I can see it, and so it's an enjoyable hobby, but I'm trying something new and I'm enjoying the challenge. What I am doing, if you follow me on Instagram, I shared this week, I am doing 1 thread a day in the morning with my fresh morning eyes on 28 count Lugana that I got at StitchCon. This is on a Grace Notes fabric in the color Swiss Mocha. Like I said, it's a Aida, or no, it's a Lugana, 28 count Lugana. And I told a story last week about the 28 count Lugana. You'll have to go back and watch that video if you know, you know. But you will see when I show you why it does not look like it's on 28 count Lugana. So the pattern that I'm talking about is Plum Street Sampler, Nightshade Bird. This was my keepsakes kit up project. Of course, I did a full Tiger Lily custom conversion. I pulled on my own overdyes. I have it on my sweet little friend Jody from Simply Ocala Stitching, Simply Stitching Ocala. That's her YouTube. Check her out if you don't already. She made me these cute little Floss drop as one of my StitchCon gifts, table mates. So I love that because it just goes together. Now, I do have this in my gorgeous Hold Tight hoop from my friend Liz, which I love. And then, but I will take it out of the hoop. It's so easy peasy to show you the progress. Ah, look, I know hoop marks. Just ignore. But look, 1 thread a day since last week. Now, I will be honest, I think on Sunday I might have done 2 threads because, you know, it's the weekend, so treat yourself. But it is itty bitty tiny poony. And that is because I am doing 28 count Lugana over 1. So I am not stitching over 2 as you're supposed to do with Lugana. I talked about this story last week, so I'm not going to tell you all the same story because hopefully you saw last week's video. It was a fun little movie. But otherwise, I am doing 28 count over 1, and it is, and I love it, and it is the sweetest little tiny little thing ever. I mean, it's only, let's measure, shall we, on my eyelet. It's like 2 inches tall. So cute. It's a little itty bitty tiny little thing. I mean, I have to put on my glasses just to be able to see the thing when I finish it. How I'm going to finish it, I don't know. It would be a tiny little drum. It would be a tiny little like postcard of a finish. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really, really, really enjoying this 1 thread a day in the morning with my fresh eyes. I can do it on this high count. So I am, yay, enjoying the challenge, like I said. And that's what we've got. Little coffee attack. Sorry about that. But wow, that was my 3 whips for the week. Stitching whips. But I do want to show you, I did pull out this gem of a project. And I thought that I'd just show you because it's fun. You know, when you're working on a sweater, as Lily pointed out last night, that's going to take you like 12 years. Well, I don't know about 12 years, but it is definitely a slow process. But it's been a while since I showed it to you, so I thought it would be fun. This is my Calliope sweater from Espace Tricot. Let me pull out. So this is a free chart on Ravelry if you knit. I will get back to stitching, so don't worry. The knitting segment's not too long. I know that you're like, this is a Flosstube episode. But I just want to show you because I did too a little bit. So Calliope Espace Tricot is a free pattern on Ravelry. Adorable. I'm stitching this with a cotton cashmere blend yarn I got on like super sidewalk sale, like Black Friday at my local yarn shop last Black Friday. So that's the only reason it's crazy. But I am working on, I'm working on the ribbing. Yes, it's a little bit of a shorter sweater. It's not a crop top. As Lily's like, oh, a crop top. No, it's not going to be crop top. It will go down to my, you know, because there is going to be 3 inches of ribbing. So I was working on the bottom ribbing this week. And then I was like, okay, ribbing's boring. I mean, it's fun. It's whatever. I'll get her done. But I might as well just start to sleep. So last night I went ahead and got another ball and started the sleeve. So this is just mindless, you know, knit round and round and round we go. There is supposed to be some decreases in the sleeve. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that because a couple of the project pages have no decreases, and I kind of like that. More of a baggy look sleeve at the bottom versus the decrease. We'll see. It'll be a while before I get there, and any decision has to be made. But she's coming along. I'm having lots of fun. I do want to go ahead, you know, sometimes the knitting bug hits, and especially the round and round and round, and you don't have to pay attention. Kind of love that. So I definitely want to maybe kick up a couple more skeins of yarn and get some hats. Maybe start thinking about Christmas, because shifty gearsy now. Yay! Let's talk about Christmas. I know, June 30th. Don't freak out. Don't freak out, people. But Christmas and July stitching is in full effect. Starts tomorrow. Although I'll probably squirrel and still do my 1 thread a day on my little tiny itty bitty cutie thing. But I do have goals. Now, I made goals when I did my whip parade. January, early. end of last year, beginning of this year, I had a whip parade, showed you all the things, showed you all the kits, had all the things. Love a good mid-year whip parade. There's so many of them that are coming out, and so it's so fun to watch when I'm sewing in the studio. But it made me think, well, pickles, you know, the goals I had, haven't really done that much of them. So let's review. So these are two different love Christmas stitching ornaments. Let's just start there. First of all, love a big girl. If you know, you know. I've got a couple big girl samples, more than a couple. I've got some big girls, love them hanging in my house, all the things. But I am a sucker for a quick small pillow dough bowl finish or an ornament finish. I just love ornaments. One day when I grow up, I would love to have a tree that is just all beautiful hand-stitched, handmade ornaments. I have so many ornaments. I showed you guys. I'm gonna scroll for a minute. Lots of grandmothers, all the grandmothers, all the women that made me are artsy fartsy people, are artsy people. And so like on my tree, I have hand painted china ornaments from my grandmother, my cookie grandma is what we called her. And then my other grandmother have like these crochet tatted little belly. So the problem, the thing is I have some handmade that I didn't make that I would love to add what I do, as well as some quilty star ornaments. Like, anyway, I love all the things. If it's color, if it's fiber, if it's textile, if it's thread, I'm here for it. Let's just throw that. So here we go. Back to the story of the stitching, shall we? Okay, so I have two different, actually more than two different, but that are done, started at least. This is the 12 Days of Christmas from Vivsters, which is an Etsy shop. I've talked about her many times, so we're going to talk about it some more. But this is day one finished. Now, I do think I didn't pull them all out. I just had these two in my finishing box. I kept them out from the Christmas tree ornaments this year so that I would remember how I finished them. So when I finished all the rest of them this summer, or this year, I haven't done that, I would finish them exact, so they'd be a cute little set, right? So I kept one of each out. Do I have more than one of these done? I don't think so. But this is, like I said, this is the Vivsters pattern. It is on 14 count Shrekie's tan from Needle Bling Designs. Love it. It's some dense stitching. Now you see, I was using all the called for DMCs. A lot of people were like, you can't see the two greens. When you're stitching it, it is definitely like, are those greens different enough? And they do pop, but not when you're stitching. You're like, woo wee, you kind of get a little mad. I was a little mad, but I didn't. I love the end result. And then this is my 12 Days of Christmas Prairie Schooler Santas that I finished. I used my little cord maker. Love that. And then a big back finish. Did my own little cord tie, add the bell and the charm and my 2022. And that's that. So I've got two of them done. Well, I have more of these done, but I think I'll only have one of these. Anywho, let's talk July, shall we? So with that, this is Holsey Wetsies. Hold on, let me see. Now, of course, the Vivsters pattern is on Etsy, and so I can't show you the pattern. But I have, like, so this one's close. And then I did the border, so it's almost a border. All the borders are almost all the same. So I just did some border finishing. Hope there's a whole nother thing. So these are the four chart, or this is the chart, and she has it all as one. And I've done these four for sure. Now they're probably put away in the Christmas decoration bucket. So that's why you could tell I was working on this 5 golden rings, and that's about as far as I got, right? 5 golden rings. So I've got some catching up to do. So that's one. Okay, so let's just review for a minute. What am I going to do in July? I would love, now, first of all, I'd love to finish lots of things, but I am realistic in how much time I actually get to stitch per day, how much stitching does that time give me? Let's make achievable goals, shall we? But I'm going to show you some of the Christmas projects that were whips that are going to be pulled out, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do. Okay, and so another one This is in one of my vintage stitching project bags. So this is, and I showed this one last week, I think, because I did work on some of them. These are the Prairie Schooler, right? So this is this guy. So fun. I'm stitching this, which is super fun, on 12 weight RFL. I did a full color conversion. There's my chart. I was like, oh, there's my little cheat sheet color strip. And yes, it's just pencil scribbles on a notepad because I brightened up the colors. So these are not the called for. You can see how bright and fun my Santa is. See, there he is right there. He looks like the cover to me. But when I was using the called for Prairie Schooler, it was much more prim, which is gorgeous as well. It just doesn't go with my, if you see my Christmas, it's like bright. And so I needed it to go. And so I love it. Don't block Santa, right? So, but what I did is I have a lot of these. So why did I start with 4? I don't know. You know, it was just, that was the one that spoke to me. Now, I should have started with day 1, but no. So I've got, this guy's done. So he's ready to be fully finished. So okay, so this is the prim one. Just for, I don't have number 1. I didn't do number 1. Skipped right away. This is 20 count vintage mocha, and this is how I started doing these. And you can see the difference between 20 count and 16 count. Adorable. And these are the called for colors. So it's a lot more prim, and it's on Vintage Country Mocha, and I forget what this one is. Of course, if I had my project tracker card, I could tell you, but I don't know where it is right now. It's a 16 count something. Gorgeous. Because that's the one that the one strand of 12 weight RFL thread looked gorgeous on. So these are the ones I've done. Okay, so day 5. So here's day 6. Day 7. Some pants. I'm guessing it's day 8. I don't know. So there's a couple of these that are contenders, right? So maybe, how fun. And then this is in one of these vintage stitchings. Now, okay, I'm just going to show you real life. Ready? You open this up. And this is how I left it. Because I finished one. Well, I've actually finished 2. So this is my Satsuma cross stitch ornament keeper. And I think there's like 10 of them in there. That's the great thing about my keepers, where you can put them in the back and the pockets all over, and they just close up, and then you put them away. So this is the Satsuma tree and the Mill Hill ones as well. So I have this guy done, right? My first paper one. And so I started to finish him, and I cut him out. And I'm not going to just so I cut him out. Okay, that's how you're supposed to do it. And then I was like, okay, well, And then you can see, so this is, like I said, real life in progress. Well, I'm not going to spoil what I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm doing, but I'm not going to do it just like this, which is basically just your paper and you put a backing on it and you hang it. Yeah. I wanted something more. I haven't quite decided. I haven't decided, or I don't know if it's going to work. What my big thought, my big idea is, just to give it a little something more. Because I'll be honest with you, I love these charts. I love these patterns. Let me just show you. So here's another one. This is the other one that I have super finished. Like I said, it's all in this one keeper. So the Merry Pair, super adorable. And that's as far as I've got stitched. And then I've got the Ring-a-Ding Santa. I've got the French hen because I'm a sucker for the 12 days. So I've got that one. And then, like I said, on the other side of the keeper, there's this Mill Hill Santa, this Mill Hill Santa, more Satsuma. Yes, I went down the rabbit hole. And then the others. And then so, I could make it a Satsuma ornament month, but I'm not gonna. I'll just tell you that right now, because I have to hunker down and get this fully finished to make sure that I love it on paper. I love the charts. I love the stitch. I love everything about it. I'm gonna be honest with you, and don't make me mad. I don't know if I love perforated paper. I don't mind stitching on it at all, but I don't know if I love seeing the edges that it creates. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. I just feel like this looks more finished and polished and done, even though, yes, it's not tight next to the little dude, right? But I like this clean edge. I like it. I like it a lot. And when you have perforated paper, you don't get that. You get this funky, jaggedy. And so I either just have to accept that as what it is, or I'll stitch these beauties on 14 count Aida. I think, because I think that's what the perforated paper is. So that way the beads look like they make sense. Put it on the Aida, and then I can finish it all night just nice and pretty. I know it won't be three-dimensional like this guy, which is cute. So cute. I just don't love, like, I don't know. Anyway, so before I'm going to, I've drawn a line in the sand for myself. I am not going to stitch on more Satsuma Street ornaments until I finish one, to make sure I'm going to like the finishing on perforated paper, because what a bummer that would be is if I just kept stitching them on perforated paper, and then when it come time to actually finish them and using them and enjoying them on my Christmas tree, I don't like the way they look. I'd be kind of mad at myself for stitching them on the perforated paper when I've got oodles of Aida I can pull out of my stash and stitch it on that, and I know that I love that finished first. So this is goal number 1. I'm just going to write it down. July, before the month is done, this beauty is going to be finished. Now, whether I like it or not, that is to be determined, but it will be finished to hang on the tree. Yes, hold me accountable, friends. And if I love it, then maybe I'll stitch some more. If I don't love it, then maybe I won't. So, and then last but not, so those were all ornaments, right? So those are all Christmas ornaments in the fun. Now, of course, do we know what this is? I love this. So this, can you tell there's a little bit of a 12 Days of Christmas theme? So again, this is all of my 12 Days of Christmas charts, all in there. So this is my 12 Days of Christmas. Now, everybody loves some good eye candy, so I did go and get them because A, it's motivation for me and maybe you to pull yours out to see, like, you can do it. Talking to myself, really. But let's just review, shall we? Gorgeous. So these are all the patterns. Hello from Liz Matthews. I will link her down below. I'm pretty sure you can get all of them as PDFs from her Etsy shop if you don't have them in your collection already. She's up to day 8 days of milking, maids of milking. Yeah, the ladies, the cows. Beautiful. So that was her most recent March Market Nashville release, was the ladies and the cows. Gorgeous. So I'm pretty sure she's promised day 8 is coming in the August-September market release. So we're getting pretty close. So I need to catch up. So if you remember, I am doing all the samplers. It is charted for both samplers or trees, which are adorable. But I am doing all the samplers because when they are all done, I am going to stitch them all together as a quilter. I'm going to use these as the center motifs of a wall hanging quilt block situation. I don't know how big. I haven't figured it out. We're only on day 8, so I got a little bit of time to figure it out. And I got a little bit of stitching to catch up. So this was day 1. I am stitching mine all on 14 count. 14 count. Look at my tracker card. It's got it written down. Country Cream from Zweigart. So I have 2 full yards of it from that quarter shop just because I wanted them all to be on the same and I didn't want to run out. So, and you might notice my colors are a little bit different. I did a full Tiger Lily custom conversion to Mercedes Silk. I have a blog post that tells you what colors I converted to. There's trying to stay, obviously my pairs are yellow. I'm trying to stay in the spirit, but I just love stitching with the silks. It was just a treat for myself. Liz charts an MPI and has a thoughtful DMC color conversion, but I just love the silk. So that's day 1. And then yes, I switched right to day 3 because the 3 French hens spoke to me. So I wanted to do them because I love, this was my favorite part, is the old quilt stars in the hen and the house and the cute Oh my goodness. Oh, and then I went to 4. Yay. So fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was the beast, my friends. That is some dense stitching. Great fill-in work, you know. I don't remember when I finished it, but sometime this year I think I finished this one. So I have moved on. Let's look, because it's been a hot minute since I've opened this one. Okay. I don't remember what day that is. Let's look, shall we? You know, here we go. Oh yeah, so this is day 2. Haven't done day 2. Those brown birds. I mean, they're gorgeous. Obviously, they needed to be. And then 5 days of Christmas with the golden rings. I skipped that one. This one's so cute. 7 day of Christmas with those swans. And you see the water is not just deep water, which would be gorgeous, but she puts these little stars in the water. I love it. Oh, that's the chart. Don't show you that one. So that's going to tell you I'm working on the day 6. So I skipped 5. I hop around. And it's because, first of all, these pink florals, oh, so gorgeous. And then do I have day 8 somewhere? Oh, and this is my 1, 3, and 4 done on this side of the keeper. So that's what I've got so far. I don't know where my day 8 is from my market. I'll have to check and make sure that it gets into the keeper. So those are my Christmas whips. Now, what should I do? Let's be honest. Let's have a chit chat. Sure would be great if this could be interactive. If I had done a live, it would have been, but I didn't have the bandwidth to do that today. Maybe sometime, maybe July. Maybe we're going to set up a Christmas. Let's do it. I'm going to pick a day. I'm going to pick a day in July when we're going to do a little live Christmas stitch along. We'll like get in our Christmas pajamas. How fun would that be? Oh my goodness. Okay. I love Christmas, in case you can't tell. This is my color conversion. Hot Mess Express, but because I have to convert, she adds another color or 2 each chart, so I have to make sure that's ready to go. So this is my internal discussion with myself of what I'm going to do versus what I should do versus what's really going to happen. Let's be honest. So I have a lot of Christmas whips. I had goals. Let's talk about the goals that I'm not failing on my goals because it's fun. It's a hobby, like whatever. But I wanted to finish 1 ornament per month of this one and this one. I haven't done 1. I mean, maybe the 5, maybe 1. We're 6 months into the year. I've done 1. So I'm missing a few. So I could hunker down and knock out. I could definitely get a couple of these done because there's some of them that are, you know, that low hanging fruit concept where you're going to like get a finished win because it's close. This is what I should do, right? I should finish them. And then like that one with the thing, like I should finish the ones that are close. That's what I should do. I could work on another beautiful 12 days of Christmas and maybe get 1 more of those in July. I could, definitely I'm going to finish that Satsuma ornament. Yeah, because I told you I'm gonna, and I can do it. Although, you know, when I was doing it, I wasn't feeling it. How have you finished your perforated paper? That's what I need you to do. Let's circle back on that for a hot minute. Drop me down in a comment below or give me like your words of wisdoms or pictures or share me or tag me in all the things because I want to see if you've done anything different with a perforated paper finish. Show me. I have watched every YouTube video or I've tried to see the finishing. Obviously Satsuma has one. I think Made by Michelle McGraw has one. It's really good. Obviously the finisher, the Vonna Pfeiffer, the finisher du jour has more than one. I've watched them all to try to figure out how to do it. And I've kind of taken little bits and pieces of their videos and then I've got my own idea in my head. But at the moment when I was doing it on my table, it wasn't coming together as I liked. So I just closed up the keeper and put it away. Put it in timeout. You know, we like to do that. So we'll see. So I could do all of that. Or I brought this over. We might not go through the whole thing, but we've talked about this before, right? This is my Christmas pattern chart situation. You want to see some fun? Okay, so we're going to breeze through this real quick because yes, I know I should totally just stick with the Christmas whips, see what July, see how it goes, just hunker down and do it. But there could be something fun in here I want to do instead. Let's look, shall we? Oh, so cute. Look at this wee little Santa. Oh, I'm just going to show you. So what this is, if you are new here, this is over on one of my shelves. I have one of these IKEA bookshelves over there. And one day I promise I'll do a new studio tour. But I have my charts organized in these magazine things from Target. Beautiful, because A, they're pink, gorgeous. And I use my label maker and I do all the things. And so there's like 8 or 10 of them. And they're labeled by, I keep them by theme. And so this is my Christmas bucket, just in case there are some charts. So this is a beautiful with thy needle and thread, best time of the year. So cute. So this is just going to be a little eye candy, little Christmas. Maybe there's something that you've never seen before that you want to stitch. That's how I do my shopping, is watching Flosstube, really, because sometimes you see things you don't know. Now this is something I showed you guys. This was a new haul. And I am going to show you, but I'm not going to show you all of them because A, you can't get them. This is the Annie B's Folk Art 12 Days of Christmas Ornament Stockings. I got it from Crazy Annie Stitching. It was a kit. I don't know if Annie B's Folk Art is going to be able to release these. I don't know how that works, but hopefully they look super cute. They come with the beads and the trim and this whatever. So I could start one of those or some of them. I got this cute little prairie stars situation. I love, look at that. I know I need to take them out of the plastic. Why is this even in plastic? It's one of the cardboardy ones. Look at the deer and the Christmas. Okay, I just thought these were perfect little ornaments. Like I said, I love a Christmas ornament. Now, not everything in this box is a Christmas ornament. Some of them are Christmas big things, but that's okay. So if they're in one of these, that means I started to kit it up. This is my Amazon kind of like kit up step 1 before it goes into a pretty project keeper. So this is the Talon Emblem Cardinal, gorgeous. So obviously I've gotten some of the floss, or I pulled my own floss. I'm not quite sure. Okay, now these, of course, but I only have the first 3. Now I got these from Chantal at 141 Design Company. She had both the patterns and the adorable finishing boards, which of course I had to have. She put perforated, or like it's either paper or fabric. I'm not quite sure, but the boards are gorgeous. Got them immediately from Chantal. So these would be super fun. They couldn't take that long, right? And I know there's 3 more charts. I definitely need to get the other 3 charts because I have 6 boards. So those would be adorable ornaments. Always love a good Prairie Schooler card. I don't even know what year. This is the 2019 Santa. The sheep is adorable. Mary 2. Now I do have Mary 1 and 3. Why I skipped 2, I don't know. I think I skipped 2 because why is the sleigh black? And why is Santa black? I'm just curious. Like, I mean, I understand prim and all, but so of course I changed all the colors. So I have this partially kitted up. I just used the floss that I used for 1 and 3. I think I showed you those finishes sometime in December of 22 during Stitchmas videos. So I have 1 more of those. Did I finish them as ornaments or pillows? I don't remember. Pickles. This was a cutie. I don't even remember where I got this. You know, I think I got it from Traditional Stitches when I was getting something kitted up. I was like, oh, can't travel alone. Let's look in there. So he's super cute. I think it's deceptively big. Oh no, 92 by 98. Dense, but not big. That's cute. Here's some freebie charts. I'm not going to show you those, but I do print out Christmas freebies as I find them, and I stick them in here as well. Early Christmas Morning. Haven't done that from Blackbird. Now this one is super adorable. Look at this Christmas little Madame Chantilly Celebrate Christmas tiered tray. I've never done one of these tiered trays before. I see it either A as a tiered tray or B pulling out some of the motifs and making them little ornaments. I mean, how adorable. Look at that Santa sitting on the ledge with the tree and the snow globe. Oh, the tree in the mason jar. That would be such a cute little ornament. Or this little like teapot with the holly leaf and the poinsettia. So many different, I just see ornaments plucked out of this. The tree is adorable, or the little tiered tray, but I feel like an ornament fits more with my decorating. Of course, everybody's seen this Deck the Coop. He's adorable. Yuletide delivery. This was part of a kitten stitcher advent box. So sweet. It's a little big. 78 by 190. Whoo-wee. Yeah, so that one's not going to be. And then, of course, you know, Tricot gets Patreon Santas. Hold on. I did one of those last year. Here's another Patreon. Oh, so cute. How big is that? 106 by 110. So if I stitched on really little bitty stuff, but yeah, we'll see. And then I've got, of course, you have the Blackbird books, the Bells on Christmas Day. So many gorgeous charts in there. Home for the Holidays. I've done one of these. Where it is, I don't know. I certainly didn't finish it, but I bought it for this guy. So cute. Haven't started that. Now, I got this at my LNS one day when I was there. This is, yep, an Italian designer, and I'm not going to even begin to try to butcher her name. But I immediately looked at it, and I was like, first of all, love the teal, but I would probably convert it to traditional red, green, pink, and teal colors. But then I would make them all little ornaments. How cute would those be as little tiny ornaments? Now, the whole thing, does it tell you? 218 by 345. So yes, it is huge if you stitch it like this. But I was like, but just like this little sweater or this little deer sweater. I don't even know, but the houses. Look at the birds with the little. Oh, that is so cute. And the birds, and then the mittens. And the ballerina, the snow globe, adorable mittens set. And hot cocoa. Look at the moose with the heart sweater. Forget about it. So I just saw this and I was like, I don't see the big piece. At least I don't see it in my Christmas decor, but I do see lots of ornament potential. Now this is a big one that I did get, and I have started to kit up. Look at that bright orange. Isn't that bonkers? Okay, this is one of those instances where I'm kind of mad about it. And we're going to talk about it because we can. So this is called for color, this orange, and it's an overdyed orange. So I was probably 1, 2, 3 add to cart situation. And I got it, not thinking, this was before I thought and looked. Do you see this little beak? It's like 10 stitches. And overdyed, 10 stitches. I mean, I love orange, so I'll be fine with having it in my stash. But it did make me kind of mad. This one I've obviously started kitting up even further along, so I can't even show you the chart, but I'm gonna. So this is Cranberry Christmas by Artful Offerings, and I've started to kit that one up. And then last but not least, another one that started to kit up is this cute little Home for Christmas from Plum Street. So that, now my bucket's empty. What's inside? Ooh, random fabric. That was probably supposed to be with something. So those are my options. Those are my potentials. Those are the Christmas that I have in the studio that I've collected, started to kit up, not started to kit up. I don't know, but it's just little Christmas. So the moral of the story is my July, I'm feeling Christmas. Now, I will probably squirrel and still work on it, maybe a big girl or two. Of course, I have to start Sarah's birthday sampler, which I'll tell you about later, like next week later. But I do want to have goals to do Christmas. So I don't know what they're going to be. I'm going to be honest with you. It's only June 30th. I've got a whole 18 hours to figure it out. Really? There's no police. If I don't have it figured out by July 1st, no big deal. I'll just do what I do. But the moral of the story is I want to show you some Christmas fun in case you're doing Christmas stitching in July and you're like, ooh, I want to start something new. So hopefully you enjoyed the little Christmas eye candy, maybe found something that you haven't seen before or that you've been thinking of or that you forgot about, but now you're like, oh yes, add to cart, all the things. That's what I love about Flosstube, enabling and being enabled by my friends. So that's what I've got for you today, friends. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, hopefully some fun. So until next time, which will definitely, I think, be Cross your fingers, all is well. Next Friday, Flosstube Friday, I will be here. But until then, I hope you have a great holiday weekend. If you're in the US and you celebrate the 4th of July, have a great holiday weekend with your family, your friends, celebrate, yay. And then in the meantime, have lots of happy making, happy quilting, happy knitting, happy doing all the things. And until next time, friends, happy stitching.